Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll be reading the Native American Four Directions. Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, and all my relations. The two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, those that swim, the winged ones, the creepy crawlers, the fungi and bacteria kingdom, the crystal and mineral kingdom, the flower and plant people, the tree people, the cloud people, and the star nation. We welcome and honor you and ask for your presence and blessings now at this ceremony to honor all that is. Please stand and face the front of the room. East. Spirits, energies, and animals of the East, we ask that you honor us with your presence and bless this ceremony. East, that represents sunrise, morning, new beginnings, illumination, the mantle plane, and springtime. East, that is represented by eagle, that flies higher than any other bird and brings illumination from the spirit world. Strong, mighty elk also represents the energies of the East. Thank you for your presence here now. Please turn to your right. South, spirits, energies, and animals of the South, we ask that you honor us with your presence and bless this ceremony. South, that represents midday, the fullness of life, the physical plane, green and yellow, joyfulness and summer. South, that is represented by coyote, the trickster, the playful otter, and the innocence of porcupine. Frog, that brings cleansing and new life and fertility to the beings of earth, is also representative of the energy of the South. Thank you for your presence here now. Please turn to your right. West, spirits, energies, and the animals of the West, we ask that you honor us with your presence and bless this ceremony. West, that represents the emotional plane, the end of the journey, completion, attainment of goals, sunset and autumn. West is represented by the strength and introspection of brown bear and the color red. Thank you for your presence here now. Please turn to your right. North. Spirits, energies, and animals of the North, we ask that you honor us with your presence and bless this ceremony. North, that represents nighttime, the spiritual plane, spiritual attainment, and winter. North, that is represented by the color black, the white buffalo calf woman, wolf, the teacher, raven, the bringer of magic and healing from the spirit world, owl, guardian of the night, and by buffalo, that symbolizes prayers and abundance. Thank you for your presence here now. Please turn to the center aisle. Close your eyes, put your hands over your heart, and feel the presence of all these elements within, honoring each as an element of spirit. Now open your eyes, take a moment, and as you see with the eyes of God, notice God looking back at you.
Good morning again. So I have a few readings today that I'd like to share. And the first is from Stephen Hickman, who's a clinical psychologist. He defines compassion as the awareness of suffering coupled with a desire to relieve that suffering. So self-compassion is the act of noticing when we're struggling, to recognize that that's actually part of being a human being, and being kind to yourself rather than beating yourself up. He says a good question to ask during a challenging time is, what do I need now? Kristen Neff is a psychologist and an associate professor at the University of Texas, and she developed the definition of self-compassion that goes, self-compassion consists of three elements: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. So showing yourself self-compassion means offering yourself all of these things. From Ernest Holmes, he says, we measure life through our concept. Automatically, thought has power. If we wish to prove that there is a spiritual principle which we may definitely use, let us forego any sense of coercion and become as a little child in our receptivity. Let us definitely and consciously accept our good. And the last is a poem from Hafiz, from I Heard God Laughing. You don't have to act crazy anymore. We all know you were good at that. Now retire, my dear, from all that hard work you do, of bringing pain to your sweet eyes and heart. Look in a clear mountain mirror. See the beautiful ancient warrior and the divine elements you always carry inside. That energy that infused this universe with sacred life so long ago. And for our affirmation, I'll read it first and then we can repeat it together. I look through the eyes of self-compassion and see the divine elements I always carry inside. I look through the eyes of self-compassion and see the divine elements I always carry inside. And so it is. Are you going to introduce Chris and Carrie?
I am.
Yes, okay. We have great music today that Rev Ann's going to talk about.
I have to laugh at myself often because I'm talking with Chris and Carrie before service, and Joseph wanted to make sure that somebody was going to introduce them, and I reassured him that that would happen. And Chris and Carrie have been here a number of times, and I actually said to them, I don't have any of the biomaterial that Joseph usually has, so I'm just going to say what I think. And I'm sitting over there, I don't know at which point, but I was listening to every word that everybody else said, so it must have been in a gap somewhere. And I thought to myself, you could have looked it up. You could have looked it up. Anyway, that's not self-compassion, that's self-judgment. In case you want, to know the difference. Okay, so Chris and Carrie Ishee are extraordinary people. They're extraordinarily gifted. They're extraordinarily generous. They're extraordinarily loving. They see the world in an extraordinary way. Chris, as you heard, and I'm just guessing that that was an original composition. You can all clap now. So Chris is obviously an extremely skilled pianist, but he is also an extremely skilled composer of all different kinds of music. And Carrie, who is, well, I could start here and go here and go here and go here. I will start with art therapist and then a loving coach and then a creator with Chris of a fabulous program which I'd really like for you to give them a little more information about. They're, talk about a power couple. And we are so blessed to have them with us this morning and to experience their beautiful gifts. They are also multi-awarded people in the music and other worlds, and they are up for 3 awards right now in the New Mexico Music Awards. So would you please welcome Chris and Carrie Ishee.
So I'll just say a quick thing about this program, that the music came out of a program I was creating from my 30 years being a therapist and a coach and being so moved by people's transformational journeys, including my own. And the music I was working with Lisa Carmen, who has performed here many times as a vocal coach, just getting my chops back up after many years of dormancy. And this music just started pouring out as I was writing these modules. So they're very simple tunes, but they go in that we're gonna be sharing 2 this morning. And of course I just happen to be married to this great composer, so sort of was meant to be. But anyway, the program is called Mining Inner Wisdom, and all the songs are about aspects of the journey of connecting more deeply with all aspects of ourself in order to heal, to transform, and become who we're meant to be. So this morning I'm going to sing first Earth's Lullaby. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. This is a song honoring Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And here we go. So close your eyes if you'd like. Stars up in the sky at night, shining down with bursts of light. All the ships of yesteryear, guided by their patterns clear. You and I are part of things made of stardust happenings. Listen in and hear the song of nature guiding us along. Earth's lullaby, rocking us to sleep. Nature alive, beats beneath our feet. Earth's lullaby, rocking us to sleep. Nature alive, beats beneath our feet, holding us in a vessel of love, beating from the sun of love. Listen in and hear the song of nature guiding us along. of nature guiding us along. So keep your eyes closed and allow yourself to take a deep breath in through your nose. Allowing your lungs to fill completely and exhaling slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension. And on this Mother's Day, visualize yourself sitting on the soft, fertile soil of a serene forest of our Mother Earth. Feel her beneath you, stable, nurturing, alive. Now imagine roots extending from the base of your spine and the soles of your feet, reaching deep into the earth, anchoring you firmly here now. And as you breathe in, sense the fresh, oxygen-rich air provided by the trees around you. Feel the warmth of the sun filtering through the canopy, touching your skin with gentle rays. Hear the distant sound of a flowing stream, its waters nourishing the land. And join me in saying thank you, Mother Earth, for your unwavering support, your boundless beauty, and the life that you sustain on this Mother's Day. Now begin to bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings, wiggling your fingers and your toes, gently rolling your shoulders. And when you're ready, open your eyes, allowing yourself to carry this sense of connection and gratitude with you throughout today. Listen in and hear the song of nature guiding us along.
Now, Carrie and Chris, I've made you do this before for the same reason. You gotta come back up here. And receive our appreciation. Okay. Watch. Thank you. Thank you very much. What a way to start the day. So, first of all, I'm missing something. And just in case I walked around the room and I left it somewhere, if anybody happens to find, this is legit, I'm not kidding. Because I know with me you never know. It's a plastic baggie that is filled with silver coins. So if you happen to come upon it, I would love to have it. Okay. So our theme for the month is self-awareness. And today we're talking about, as you might have guessed from Denise's reading, we're talking about self-compassion. Now that may seem like an odd title for what Hallmark calls Mother's Day. And I say Hallmark calls Mother's Day because not everybody celebrates today as this big whoop-de-doo thing. Some of us do, and some of us don't. And that includes anyone in the room who, for whatever reason, including gender, may not think of themselves as a mother. But I'll tell you what, we have all mothered something or someone. We have pets that we have mothered. Sometimes better than our kids. No. With more attention. More consistent attention. How can I dig myself out of this? Anyway. Differently. Thank you, Patty. You always save me. So, self-compassion is really about caring about ourselves enough to care, to accept ourselves as we are, to accept our way of expressing this amazing life that we're all living, even though some people would not necessarily call their life amazing. I'll tell you it's amazing because we're here. And what we make of it can be amazing. But part of making life what we want it to be is having self-compassion, is having understanding for ourselves and patience with ourselves and generosity with ourselves and embracing ourselves with all the love that we can muster, whether or not it was ever modeled for us by anybody else. Because we are love. So even though that may be a big discovery, the life that is expressing in us, as us, and through us is pure love. Pure, unconditional, period, end of discussion, love. Pure beauty, pure generosity, pure possibility. There is nothing that we can imagine that is nurturing or uplifting or encouraging or inspiring that it is not. Plus, a lot of things we can't imagine yet because our imaginations haven't gotten there yet. And that is the life that is expressing through us. So, if we are not extending compassion to ourselves, what are we saying? We're saying there's a difference, right? We're saying, well, that's fine for Rev Ann to say on Sunday morning, And that's fine for other spiritual teachers from the past and the present to be saying, but I know me. And I know choices I've made or haven't. And I know things I've said or haven't. And I know all that. I know me. Oh, golly, we must be kidding. Because how in the world can we begin to believe for a second that we know ourselves better than the life that is expressing through us? Okay, so I'll accept that life is expressing through me for right this minute, just for the sake of conversation. And, but, and however, while I'm at it, that life has I don't know, it's felt like it wasn't around all the time. When I was making some of my more foolish choices, or I was being mistreated by others, or I was trying to make sense of things that didn't make sense. Where was that life then? Right where we were. Right where we were. So, really? I'm playing you and me. So, if it was right where I am, or was, how come I didn't make a different choice?
Yes.
Because the life that is expressing through us is not running the show. We are. All of the old ideas about the guy in the sky, high in the sky, calling the shots, running the show, having an agenda, taking certain action on certain people because they displeased him, and not taking action on others because they pleased him. That only happened. Now listen up. That only happened for the people who believed it. And it did happen for the people who believed it. And it does happen for the people who believe it. On the other hand, if our belief happens to be different, if our belief happens to be more scientifically grounded rather than religious tradition grounded, not making either one good or bad. Okay? Got me?
Yes.
No? Let me try again. If our belief is more scientifically grounded rather than religious tradition grounded, we might consider alternatives. And the alternative is that there is one life. And it is all life. Seen and unseen, known and unknown, already has been, yet to be, and happening right now, all at the same time. Now, if you want to talk to me about something that deserves to be called God, it is that.
Amen.
But whatever you call it, whether you call it Spirit, the universe, God, Mr. Fabulous, Ms. Fabulous, whatever you call it, nature,
That thing itself.
you can just call it nature. There is no right or wrong name. There is a more holistic way to view the life that is this life that expresses through everything, including us. And if we are not able to extend self-compassion to ourselves when we are having a hard time for some reason, or we're even struggling or feel like we're struggling with what we believe spiritually, whatever in the world it is, we are separating ourselves in our brains, this brilliant equipment we have up here. It really is brilliant, you know. We're using that to separate ourselves from this life that is our life. Rather than saying, wait a minute, let me take a deep breath here, like Carrie asked us to do. Let me take a deep breath. Let me think about this for a minute. Who am I? I am, regardless of what anybody else has ever told me. And I know that I have people in the room who were told they walked on water and they could become anything they ever wanted to be, and they were the greatest things since Post Toasties. I know you're in the room. I also know I have people in the room who were told the opposite. You will never be worth 2 hoots. You can't do anything right. You should never speak without being spoken to, etc. And for heaven's sakes, don't have that dream. Because it's ridiculous. You can't have that dream. What makes you think? Who do you think you are? Anyway. Bless you on the truth. If only then. Those of us who face that experience could have said, you wouldn't believe it if I told you who I know I am. So I won't bother. But I know I can dream whatever I want. And if I decide by dreaming that beautiful thing and attending to that beautiful thing and moving towards that beautiful thing, if I decide that this is what I'm called to do, there is nothing and no one that will stand in the way, including you. But thanks anyway. We couldn't do that. We couldn't do that then. So what's our excuse now? You know, for most of us, in one way or another, our parents are not part of our life. For most of us. And so what's our excuse for not showing ourselves all the tenderness, all the compassion, all the goodwill, all of the understanding, all of the patience, all of the support that we can? What's our excuse? Our excuse is absolutely not because we signed up to carry on the lack of that may have been modeled for us. That's not an excuse. That's pretend. We're pretending that we still are powerless. We're pretending that we still have no authority. We're pretending that we still don't know who we are. Well, as Bob Newhart would say, cut it out.
Stop it.
Just stop it. And if you haven't, lately, even if you've seen it before, if you haven't gone on YouTube and typed in Bob Newhart, stop it, do it today. We have no excuse. We are here today as people who empower each other to live joy-filled lives when? Every day. So I say that we should just get with it. But it's not only about supporting each other, because we cannot give to another something we don't have. We cannot give to another something we cannot give to ourselves. Thank you, Patty. We cannot just show up on Sunday and think that showing up on Sunday, oh, and I love for y'all to show up on Sunday. Don't get me wrong. I love having y'all here on Sunday. I just want you to have this every day. I really mean every day. I want you to have at least a recollection, a touch-in with your inner self that reminds you, oh wait, I deserve to be kind to myself. I deserve to be gentle with myself. I deserve to be patient with myself. Understanding. I deserve to be all of the things that ideally my parents would have been if they weren't. I deserve to be the best parent in the world to myself. Not only do we deserve it, it's necessary. It's necessary. If we want to be able to share ourselves with others in the rich, full, delicious ways that we idealize, It has to start here. It has to start here. And if today, because it says Mother's Day on some calendars, if today just doesn't happen to be your favorite day, don't worry about it. Don't give it another thought the way you used to. If you're going to give it another thought, think in terms of parenting yourself. And the profound, unlimited compassion, love, support, nurturance, inspiration that is available just by tapping into our deeper selves. There is no end. There is no end. And it couldn't be any better. And so it is.
And so it is.
Still no sign of the coins. Okay. Well, I'll go take a look.
So it's now our time of conscious giving. Could I invite the ushers, please, to come forward? And it is the divine reciprocity of life itself, to be able to give, to receive, and to give some more. And so I have a quote from Ernest Holmes for our giving. And he says, "We are born to be happy, to be abundantly supplied with every good thing, to have fun in living, and to consciously unite with divine power that is around us, within us, and grows and expands forever." So just put that energy into whatever you're giving today, whether it's physical form or whether it's energetic. As the baskets go by, just infuse the baskets with that expansion again and again and again. And if you would join me, please, in saying our sharing affirmation. The love of Spirit blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive abundantly, and so it is. Thank you. So just quick reminders, we're still doing our pre-service meditation, in case anyone was wondering about that. We start at 9:30 and goes for 15 minutes. So please, if you can get up and get over here earlier, just come on over and join the practitioner, Rev Ann, who is offering that gift. And we have the 70s group. What's this week? Is this week your?
No, not until the first weekend in June.
First week in June. We have the, what do you call it?
The Science of Mind Circle.
Science of Mind Circle. And when is Jean's 70s group?
Hers was last week, I think.
Okay, so in 2 weeks we'll have the 70s group. So we have a lot of opportunities to connect. Rev Ann is just completing her class, and then she's going to begin another in July. So there's a lot of opportunities to come together, to connect, and to grow. And so if everyone would please direct your attention, please, to the baskets. And just see that and send that loving, abundant, expansive energy toward all that has been collected here, all that comes in throughout the week, whether it be on PayPal or on Facebook or over the website. It all contributes to the growth, the financial health, the spiritual health of not only our members, but the whole community, to Santa Fe, to New Mexico, and beyond. And so we see that energy just moving out in amazing ways because of our generosity. And so we give great thanks, and so it is. So we're going to enter a portal together to meet our inner child. There we go. Amazing. So this is called Portal of Wonder. So you may want to close your eyes so that you can go on an imaginary journey. We're not doing a meditation here, but just the song itself. Portal of Wonder. Portal of wonder, portal of love, enter so gently, called from above. Find your child holy, waiting for you. Time to listen in to all I need from you. Time to listen in to all I need from you. Connected to source, we'll rise above. The magic I hold needs all your love. See your child lonely, waiting for you. Time to listen in to all I need from you. Time to listen in to all I need from you. I've been waiting a long, long time for you to turn inward, meet me to refine what I need from a parent, christened by the sun. Only you can give me what I need to love. Only you can give me what I need to love. It was never about you. They did their very best. They loved how they could, hoping you'd be blessed. It's time now to hold me like only you can do. Time to listen to all I need from you. Time to listen to all I need from you. See life through my eyes, wander everywhere. Fairies and angels, fireflies and doves, feet in the grass, sky up above. See life through my eyes, magpies and sprinklers, castles in the sand, living your days without a care. Wandering